I'm live. All right. Today we're going to talk about how to negotiate your rent and get it cheaper. So, I've done probably 250 maybe leases, both as a tenant and a landlord. I do them a lot. I've got probably 45, 50 properties right now that I lease out, and I lease other ones looking for more, etc., etc. So, when looking for a new place, a lot depends on the market. I mean, we know we just came out of COVID, and that market was hot sellers. There was very little room to negotiate, not much you could do, um, and that's just what it was. But now we're back swinging towards the buyer side, and there's a little more chance you can get a little lower rent. Here's a couple tips for you. See if they work out for you. So, housing, like all goods, can be and services can be negotiated, right? You can talk about the terms, any lump payments, all that can be discussed. Providing testimonials or referrals or any sort of benefit to yourself helps a lot. So the price is usually set, right? Hey, this house or this room is going to be 800 or 5,000 or whatever it is. And that's going to be also negotiable. One of the first things you can do is show that you're a great tenant. So can you prove that you have good rental history? Do you have referrals from previous landlords? Do you have great credit that shows you pay on time? Can you prove that? Do you have a steady job? Have you worked there for years? Do you have paychecks to prove it? Do you have a referral from your boss saying, hey, always working, always good, they should have cheaper rent? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't a landlord want to see all that? I'll put you right to the top if you have that in a nice little folder ready for them when you go and tour the property. Apart from that, being a friendly neighbor can help out. Do you have neighbors that you lived with over the past years? Hey, I lived 2 years as a neighbor. Great tenant. Always had his stuff done. You'll love having it. Why would you not have that? You could look like a perfect tenant. They're obviously going to lower some rent for you. So, great spot to start is the length of the term, or the term of the lease, right? Typically, they're 1 year. Now, what happens if the landlord goes, wow, this is a great tenant. They have referrals, great credit, good job. 2-year lease. That means I don't have to spend so much time looking for someone next year. I might lose a month trying to find a new tenant if it's a big property or something unique about it. I would love to have them for 2 years. Well, maybe you can negotiate some rent there. That's a good spot to start. If that doesn't work, you can always check on the security deposit. A lot of places nowadays, it's become habit. They don't return it. They use it for paint or carpet or whatever, but you're restarting basically. You don't have your security deposit from your last place, so you're out trying to get the first month and a deposit. Some places are crazy and they have like 2 or 3 months worth just to have a deposit. So maybe that's a bit much for you. A lot of my places, we negotiate pretty hard on security deposit. If you want to pay it 2 months or 3 months, we're usually pretty all right with that as long as you're on time with rent. So you can negotiate, hey, this $1,500, can I pay $500 per month? Very easy to negotiate. A lot of landlords, I assume, would do it as long as you look like a great tenant. And that's the trick. So we might be a little different. We like to give second chances. Sometimes we hire. There's another one. We hire tenants a lot. Tenants will come in and say, hey, low on cash, whatever. All right, cool. Can you mow the lawn? We'll give you $50 every 2 weeks. Lower some rent there by mowing the yard. If you plant some flowers and make the house look great. Hey, maybe you're a painter and you have a hookup on cheap paint. Hey, man, I'll go paint your house for $500 or $1,000, or I'll do a wall inside for $50 every 2 weeks and help lower some rent. Landlords love that, and getting your place updated and new and fresh and keeping it so that the house value is high is very, very important to landlords and homeowners. So that's a definite way to help out and try to negotiate some rent. The landscaping we do all the time. If someone comes in, they say, I have a mower and I'll knock off $100 a month, I'll mow it every week. Almost always we say yes. Another negotiation point, utilities. Oh man, this is a big one. A lot of we offer free streaming at almost all of our places. So you get your Disney, your HBO, your Netflix, and all that. But we added this little perk, but you could easily add that as a negotiation. Oh, hey, can you take care of trash? Can you take care of streaming? Can you take care of the cable? Can you give us a $25 credit towards water every month, or take care of water, or take care of sewage. Depends on what you want, but you can negotiate all that with your landlord, especially if it's a duplex or a unit in a building. It's easier for the landlord not to split it all up, and you can just ask them, hey, man, I'm a great tenant. Is it cool if you just cover water for me? Who knows? Could happen. Well, those are 3 or 4 really good points there. They would work on almost always on us, but the first thing is make sure you're a desirable tenant. If you show up to the tour of the house and you're wearing wife beater and shorts with a hole in it, it's not going to look as good. Just treat it like a job interview. People want you to take care of the homes. These are hundreds of thousands of dollars that they've invested in this. They want you to take care of it. If you want cheaper rent, you got to tell them and show them that you're going to take good care of it. Good luck out there. Millionaires are made.